Someone, I said something like political or whatever. I posted it on like Threads, and someone was like, "Oh yeah, real smart for this guy who relies on all these followers to live, to like piss off a bunch of them so they'll like unfollow. Real smart, idiot." And I was like, first and foremost, my good sir, Brian Mahler relies on Brian Mahler.
Before we get started with our episode, we're going to hear from our sponsor. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 self-checkout on the planet. And of course, with the not so secret Shop Pay that boosts conversions by up to 50%, meaning way less carts get abandoned and forgotten about, and way more sales going. Because businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business today and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Rebecca, all lowercase letters. Go to shopify.com/Rebecca to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Rebecca. Now let's get started with this week's episode. Literally, my favorite thing to talk to you about is just trolls on the internet.
Because Greg Johnstone is the biggest one.
Johnson? Greg Johnson?
Greg Johnson. John Gregson, I believe is his government name.
Can you believe one time he like totally manipulated me into putting him on my podcast? That's crazy.
I would like to note in this moment, which one's mine? I'm going to go here. Greg, you've been on this podcast how many times?
One.
One, correct. And this is now my...
second.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
That's just one thing I wanted you to know. That's really it.
I love that man. I mean, I hate him. I hate that guy.
I hate to love him, and I love to hate him.
That's beautiful.
That's pretty much it.
Beautiful. You know who I really don't love?
Who's that?
Crazy anonymous trolls on the internet.
There's so many. Which is like your least favorite? I know mine. Like, what type is your least favorite? Because I know mine.
There's so many, and there's so many different types.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like, and I think there's so many thoughts to be said. There's so many, because here's the thing: trolls on the internet is like its own epidemic. Okay,
it is.
It's such a problem. And, like, the audacity is, like, where do you get all of this?
The audacity is...
Where do you get all of this?
Oh.
I don't understand it, first of all. But, like...
It's like it's being sold retail.
There's so many different kinds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are angry trolls. There are trolls that are just miserable and projecting their own insecurities. There are obsessive trolls.
And they're all transparent. Like, you know which one is which the minute...
Oh, yeah. It's all about their... okay, so... I have theories about why they do the things that they do, depending on what kind of troll that they are.
Okay.
Like,
Let's hear it.
Idea, okay. It's like, I feel like we're already like in the middle of this conversation. And I'm like,
also,
wait,
I don't know why.
Still open it up?
I just turned into like therapist mode, and I was like,
tell me all of the things.
Tell me
what ails you. Is that even the right word? I don't know.
I don't know.
What ails you?
I don't know. My therapist just be like... And somehow she gets me to say everything, so
I just want my
really
therapist to think I'm funny, but she doesn't laugh. She writes things down, and that makes me anxious.
That's
and I'm
weird.
like,
Do you ever... This has nothing to do with trolls on the internet, but one of my favorite and least favorite therapy things is when you say something, and you see them just like they're listening the whole time, and then finally you see, And you're like...
You're like, wait, what did I just say?
You're like, no, I said a thing.
What did I say that made it all make sense?
I said a thing. And I'd like the other day said a thing to her, and I was like, yeah. So like I really just need somewhere to like escape to. Oh no. And I caught the therapy thing, and then she was like, would you like to talk about that word? And I was like, okay, fine. I guess that's what we're doing now.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, therapy, go to it.
No. You know who needs therapy?
Internet trolls.
Internet trolls.
Segway queen.
So I literally have, the series Real Things Said in Classrooms. And I even started a folder on my phone to keep screenshots for Real Things Said in my comment section.
Yes.
And it's actually wild. The different kinds of haters that I have on my page. First of all, there's people that just hate women.
Yeah,
and just women,
naturally.
anti-women, and
Naturally.
everything is women aren't funny. Okay.
Which I think-
what? Like, you're not funny.
I
What
know,
do you mean? Like,
I know, but
then
great.
there's people who hate teachers, and I'm like,
There's people who hate teachers.
what country do you live in?
Maybe it's because like
What?
so my circle is so full of teachers and like
You
educators.
don't hear them complaining about the people and the parents who like.
They do complain about like parents and stuff, but like not that people like hate teachers. That like you know.
They're
How
like
dare
people
you say little Jimmy didn't do whatever? Like, that's just because they're weird about their kid. But, like, people who don't know you and you're not teaching their kid are, like, I hate
Yes.
teachers.
No, people like there's so many people they just hate teachers. You didn't know this? I'm like,
So they hate, like, getting educated?
yeah.
Hmm.
They
I
say
understand
that-
how we've gotten here now.
yes.
A lot of things
They
starting to...
say that teachers are indoctrinating children.
Oh, okay.
They say
Good
that
point.
there's
Yeah.
like okay, there's been
There are
this
those people.
Someone made like this fake meme years ago about furries. It was supposed to be a dig at furries
Right.
about like teachers putting litter boxes in the schools for the furries, right? And some like it wasn't even real. It was just supposed to be a meme dig at furries
Right.
about that situation becoming out of control. And then Jim Bob on Facebook
Jim
found
Bob.
it. Grandpa Jim
Yeah.
found it. And now it's a thing that teachers are having kids use litter boxes and schools have litter boxes. That's not a thing.
Yeah.
It literally was a meme from forever ago, and now it's like it was literally on Fox News about this is what liberal teachers are doing to your kids. Like, yeah, and then there's people don't understand that, or people say that teachers asking for a raise, even though they haven't had like an increase in pay in forever, and
Yeah.
it has not kept up with inflation,
Right.
is ridiculous because they get summer vacation, and they're like, well, they get paid summers off. No, they don't. They don't get paid.
You know what's my favorite thing is how many parents like crashed all the way out during COVID because then they had to deal with their kids
Yeah, and they're
all
like,
day.
this is awful.
instead of shipping them off to these teachers or whatever. Like, oh, now you have to make sure that they get to class and do their studies
my
and get on the
goodness.
Zoom. Oh my goodness, what a tough time.
I love I got this kind of
Ugh.
I got these trolls in my comments all the time of the well, it's home or it's virtual learning and I'm helping my kid. Where's my teacher paycheck? No, honey. First of
No.
all, you're not making the lessons,
Babe.
the assignments, and all the things. You're parenting.
Yeah,
I know it's
yeah.
a foreign concept to you. You haven't had to do it in a while, but this is parenting.
This is what we
You're
call
helping
parenting.
your kid with their homework.
Good
You're
for you.
reading for them. You're checking in on what they're doing. You're
Yep.
assisting them. This is parenting.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry that you've never had to experience that before.
that's wild.
Yeah, I
that's
would get that
wild.
all the time. Literally all the time. Or the number of people that I would get in comments that are like, well, teachers are indoctrinating our kids, blah, blah, blah. Like, my guy, if we could indoctrinate kids, we would have them bring us coffee every day.
Like,
Like,
right,
I'm
like what?
what do you mean?
Like, we'd be doing much better stuff than this.
Yes.
What are you talking
I
about?
would make them not leave half-eaten apples on my classroom
Yeah.
floor. Like, that's what I would
That's
be going for.
wild
Like,
behavior.
what? Okay. I'm gonna grab my phone. Hold on. I want to read to you some of these comments. And like I'm not in the classroom anymore, so like not all of these are tailored to teaching.
Yeah.
But I just want to read you some of the comments
Mm-hmm.
that I saved. Let me see if I can find them. Media types, screenshots.
I love that you have them
Oh
at
yeah.
the ready.
Well, I actually have an album titled "Real Things Said in My Comment Section."
That's
Because
wild.
why would I not?
And it really is like, my comment section is my comment section and my DMs are my DMs. But like, I can't imagine what women's comments and DMs have to look like all the time.
Literally.
All the time.
Well,
It has to be a nightmare.
Well, I'm sure yours look like a nightmare too.
Yeah.
I love the
They're a
phrase
nightmare.
that you said to me in V yesterday.
What'd I say?
I-
Was it good?
That sometimes you have to remind people who they follow.
Oh, yeah.
You tell them that while I find
Every
this
now
folder.
and then, I do like to drop a
A bomb.
unique a piece of content, maybe a personal piece of content, just to remind people, be like, yes, the person you follow is black.
Is a black man.
Is
He
a
did
black
follow
man
a black
in
man.
America. So like when when you see him say something for like I'm trying to think of like in issues, say like George Floyd stuff, and they were like, oh, he is siding of what side did you think I would be on? Did you not see? Have you not watched
Have
the
you
videos?
looked at me? Did you
Like,
know
did
when
you-
I look? Maybe
Were you
they-
listening
maybe
to the
they didn't
videos?
know that you had a beard. So for
I
context,
was gonna say no one knows why that's so funny, but it's so funny. So funny. Go ahead.
So
I'll let
for
you tell.
context, we're not even gonna name names. I have a very good friend in the social media world who was
Yeah.
with us like all day yesterday.
How good we don't know.
And like, well, here's the thing. I think it goes to show. People always say like a guy can't have a girl best friend, or a guy can't have a girl best friend, and like there are like toxic women or guys that literally like leech onto someone that they're just not so secretly in love with, right?
Yeah.
But then there are genuine platonic relationships.
Facts.
Like you.
Facts.
I don't even like. You told me you were black. I was like, wait, what? Because I didn't see.
I had
you.
no idea.
Kidding.
I didn't know who you were
I'm
this
like,
whole
Who
time.
are you referring to? But so we were walking around yesterday, and our friend went to the bathroom, and Brian was like, "Oh, where's your friend?" And I was like, "Oh, I think he went to the bathroom." And Brian goes, "Isn't that him over there?" And I said, "I don't have my glasses on. I really can't see." And Brian goes, "Oh, the guy with the beard." And I go, "He doesn't have a beard."
And I was
Brian
like, he's
goes,
been with us
The guy.
for 15 minutes walking
Yeah.
like that guy. That same guy?
And I was
He's a man with a beard.
Like, I don't, like, that's just my friend. Like, I don't know. Like, I know, I see his soul. Like, I don't.
And then we walk up and guess what he had?
He had a beard.
Full beard.
Okay, in my defense, when
Full
you said
beard.
beard, I thought you meant, like, long, like when I hear beard, I'm thinking, like, long, like, off the
Like
face.
Santa?
Yeah, a little bit.
You're like, no,
And I
he does
go,
not look like ZZ
why-
Top. What?
And I go, why was I picturing you without a beard? Like, maybe I was thinking to when we first met years ago. And he goes, Rebecca, I've always had a beard. And I was like, oh. But, like, it's like you and I were talking before. Like, we don't really see
Yeah.
I don't see my guy friends. Like, I don't really notice their physical characteristics. Like, that's
Yeah.
just my friend. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly that. But that was wild. That was wild. I thought I was crazy because I was like, this man that's been walking with us for
I
20
don't-
minutes definitely had
But
a
I
beard.
think that's just what defines like the platonicness of your friendship is like
Yeah.
I don't notice the physical features.
that was
Like
so
I just
funny.
I see your
That
soul.
was so funny.
I don't know. And then like after I,
just
was
read
like,
your
ah,
aura.
okay.
I see your
just
aura.
see you
That's
as a
it.
person. I don't know.
That's it. It's energy.
We're going to take a quick break and hear from our sponsor. Listen, when you think about businesses that are really successful and have great product, like Skims, for example, we know I love Skims. Sometimes it's the business behind the business that makes that success so possible, and for Skims, for example, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 self-checkout on the planet. And of course, with the not so secret shop pay that boosts conversions by up to 50%, meaning way less carts get abandoned and forgotten about, and way more sales going. So if you want to grow your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell what your customers are strolling or scrolling, whether on the web, in your stores, on their feed, and everywhere in between. Because businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business today and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Rebecca, all lowercase letters. Go to shopify.com/Rebecca to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Rebecca. Now, back to the episode. I think that also goes into like me and Ben talked like years ago about like what you actually picture in your brain with ADHD. If that makes sense.
Okay.
And like I can't really form pictures. So like literally when you were like, "Oh, where is he?" and I pictured him, it was like, I don't know, did he have, like beard just wasn't there.
It was the
Like,
Michelin
it's like
man.
a
Like,
no,
it was,
it's like more of like a blurred like idea, if that makes sense. Like I don't know how.
I don't know if it makes me crazy that it did make sense, but that does make sense.
No, it's like the way that you. imagine.
It's like you took the sum of all the
Pictures.
parts and made just like a thing.
Yeah,
And you're
it's
like,
like-
yes, that is this.
And like
file
for me,
of
like
person.
my priority was like the shape of his hair, his eyes, and his nose. And I'm like, that's like what I noticed the most about a person.
You just forgot this whole half.
yes.
Literally this
Yeah,
whole
like
half
nose
of the
up,
face
that to me is the most distinctive part of a person.
from here down. I mean, guess that's fair.
And so that's like what I envision, and like everything
funny.
else is like I don't know. Maybe it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. It's fine.
Maybe I'm just crazy. I'm also okay with that answer.
We're all a little crazy. I'll give you that. So anyway, trolls.
I always say like this is what this episode's gonna be, and unless there's like a genuine like path, it just always derails, and that's
And
okay.
that's fine.
And that's
I
fine.
think it's better that way. It's free. It's
I-
freeing.
I apparently like didn't save as many to this album as I thought that I did because I delete them as I use them in videos, and that's my first mistake. I need to stop deleting them because
Hold
they're
on to them.
honestly.
Cherish them.
Oh, I have a good one. So like one time I made a video from when I was teaching about this bulletin board that I created, right?
Oh, okay.
And like I thought it was the most creative, cute bulletin board of my life, right? Like it was up themed.
And the internet let you know.
Well, like not only that, I didn't even think about it. Like, cause you know how when you are when you deal with a word that means something, you don't always think about what the other things that it means. Cause like the way that you use it in your everyday life.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
is one way. Our school mascot was a lion pride.
Oh, lion pride. Oh.
So I made this bulletin board of like take pride in oh shoot, I can't even remember. Take pride in lifting others up. Because
Yeah.
it was an up bulletin board.
Yeah.
And it was so cute because I made the little up house with the balloons, and then I even made like a little pocket cloud of like inspirational quotes that I would write. Like if the kids
This is a lot of work.
pick me up, I know I was that. Everyone always assumed I was elementary. No, I was high school, and I just brought the elementary school
Yeah.
energy, and it's fine. But so like I was so proud of this thing, and I wrote little inspirational messages for the kids if they needed to pick me up because take pride in lifting others up. And pride was like in the school font with the letters, like it was in the
School
logo,
font?
like the like.
My God.
'cause
You,
it was
you
like
did all that work?
Yeah.
That's insane.
And like everything else, like everything else was in the Disney calligraphy font, and then the pride was in the font of
This
the
is
school.
so much.
Like
This is crazier
was
than
so
not knowing your
cute.
friend's beard.
and it's like wait. And I posted on the internet, and the number of people that were like, "This is indoctrination. This is what teachers do, indoctrinating our kids. They're trying to push LGBTQ and all the pride." And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And like the craziest part is like, remember, this is like when I first started social media. So the people who
Yeah.
follow me the most are like local parents who know what high school I'm at.
Yeah.
You know what high school I'm at. You know
Right.
what the mascot is. You
Right.
know what? What is wrong with you people?
Oh,
And
no.
like immediately, the first thing that people on the internet do is like, how is this thing right in front of me going to offend me? I
Yeah.
want to know how this could offend me, and then I want to lash out about it.
And it's full lack of context and nuance. Like no one has the ability to do or see either of those
No.
things
No.
anymore. Because like they just saw pride.
That's it.
Probably didn't read any
Anything else.
other
Nothing else.
word
Mm-mm.
on the like. There was a whole thing there, like all
Didn't even
over
pay
this.
attention to anything else.
All
No.
over this magic board of everything you put on it.
Yeah.
For like 100 years, you built this board, and all they saw was pride. And
That's
they were
it.
like, "Well,
Hate
there it
this
is.
person. Hate this person.
Let's destroy her."
What can you
It's
think
insane.
of any time? Like, and I have so many. Like again,
Yeah.
I literally made a video, and it was all satire, right? Like so much of what I post, especially lifestyle stuff, is satire.
Satire.
So
is
many
a
people
nightmare
don't understand
now.
what that means.
'Cause
First
people
of
are
all,
like, "What?"
I literally made a video about like I'm so offended because I went to the doctor's office and they didn't give me a sticker. They didn't give me a sticker.
And
the number
someone had a problem with that.
So many people were like, "You're so immature, and I can't believe it's like a child, and I can't believe you need a sticker. Like, F you, you're what's teaching our kids." Blah blah. It's like, are you okay? Are you like actually? Are you good?
That's bananas.
Yes.
I can't, like, I wouldn't even care enough to like,
No.
I wouldn't, how did that stir up that
Yes.
many angry feelings and vibes? It, like, and then I think what people don't realize is they say something and they assume that it's like, that they've like gotcha or they like nailed it. And one of my favorite things is I had when like Roe v. Wade happened, I did a video on it and like however I did it, whatever. And then immediately there were people in the comments that were like, "Oh, Roe v. Wade, you're like blah blah blah. Oh, you're one of them. Like you're." That was one of
them.
That was one of my like, not necessarily like remind them that I'm black TikToks, but like remind them that I like respect women or whatever. And I was like, just so you guys know, reminder where I'm at. And like a bunch of people were all over my comment section, like trying to rip it apart and rip me apart and say all this stuff. And so I like, as a direct response, just did another video like 2 days later. And it was like from the point of view of someone who was an angry commenter.
Oh, I love
And
that.
it was being like, because at this point I had been like, there are people who have been following me for like 3 years or whatever it was.
Right.
And then they were angry. So it was like angry commenter sees video and it was like the Roe v. Wade video. And they'd be like, oh no, like I've loved every single video he's ever posted for 3 years. But now this one I disagree with. I must react. I must unfollow. He needs to know that I'm going to unfollow. So he knows that this was terrible and that he's terrible and an awful person. It was like, blah, 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 blah. And like, it was like this dramatic, like raged commenter. And they were like, unfollow, you will never hear from me again, blah, 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 blah.
Like,
and then it cut to like me in my house. And it was like the notification. I was like, oh, huh. Put the phone back down and just was like, babe, what do you want for dinner? Like, because great, good for you.
I get that anytime I post anything, they're like, I followed you for this many years. And usually I'll go and I'll look and say, followed you for 2 months. And I'm like, oh, okay. Sounds good. Yeah. But I followed you for so long and this is so disappointing. And I'm like, okay, bye. Like,
I know.
This isn't an airport. You don't have to announce your departure. Like, it's not going to affect anybody else because you're unfollowing for me saying XYZ. I'm gaining 10 followers because I said XYZ.
I think one of my
favorite gaining followers that like align with
that are aligned.
Exactly,
yes,
exactly. So like, no, I'm not concerned. Or like I can't even remember what it was. But someone said you should probably stop portraying parents as like crazy people because you're gonna like, you would gain a lot more followers if you didn't do that. And I said,
okay, start your own page.
First of all, if you don't want to be portrayed as a crazy person, don't act like a crazy person.
Like you are right now.
Second of all, if the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. Third of all, I don't post content just hoping to, oh, please follow me. No. You can follow me if you want. And if you don't want to, that's also okay. I don't really care, to be honest. Like, it doesn't affect me.
Someone, I said something like political, whatever. I posted it on like Threads and someone was like, oh yeah, real smart for this guy who relies on all these followers to live, to like piss off a bunch of them so they'll like unfollow. Real smart, idiot. And I was like, first and foremost, my good sir, Brian Mahler relies on Brian Mahler for his success. I do not rely on an audience for my success. Like, I could lose all of you today, and I will rebuild a new thing tomorrow.
Exactly.
Like, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
You didn't make me. Yeah. You came here because of what I made. Thank you. That's first and foremost. Dealer is out. Have a nice night. Like that. Relax. And they all think like, they act like you're not like people with your own thoughts, feelings, and opinions. They're like, no, you live solely to do what I want and just me, not these other millions of people that are here. Get out of here.
It's the same energy as like when I was a teacher. I would get so many parents that are like, well, I want you to teach this. Well, I want you to teach that. Well, I want you to say this about that. And it's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Because first of all,
how about no?
And I would get these same kind of comments in comment sections that are like, well, teachers should teach this and teach that. But no, because that's what private school is for. Because public school, again, public school curriculum is not dictated by the teachers. It's dictated by the state. The teachers
bang.
are just taking the required curriculum and giving it out and teaching it out.
One more
But
time
if you
for the
want,
kids in the back.
you are one parent in a class of, I have 40 per class,
Yep.
100 per semester,
Yeah.
200 per year. What you want me to teach might not align with that mom wants me to teach and what that
Fact.
mom wants me to teach.
Fact.
So no, I'm not going to cater what you want. And if you want a specific curriculum, a specific teaching, whatever, go to private school.
Bang.
I don't care.
Schooling from home.
It's wild
Do
when
it
people are
yourself.
like, well, I'm going to take my kid to private school. I don't care.
Like,
Do
all
it.
right.
That doesn't
It's your
impact
kid.
my day at all. Sure. If that's what's better for your family, go right ahead. I don't care. And I feel the same way about people who are like, you should post more of this or less of this or X,
No,
Y.
I shouldn't.
No.
No.
I've got how many million? 6 million people across all my platforms. No.
No.
User 365214. I'm
Yeah.
not going
That. So
I'm
that.
not going
That right there.
to dictate
That.
everything that I post to what you are yelling I should do in my comment section.
That is the quintessential. That is the nightmare troll to me. Is always, it's like user 652348761 with no photo, and like what I do love is now I've seen a bunch of people on Threads start doing this. Is like someone will like hop in their comments, say something like racist or awful or terrible or sexist or ist, just one of the ists, and like they think because they have no profile picture that they can get away with it. And like it's never going to be tracked back to me. No one's going to know about it. And then instantly, like you just go to their profile, connect it to their Instagram and be like, oh,
hi.
hello, Janet. Fancy meeting you here. Wow. Look at you. You look like you're having a real good time at the salon.
One time, oh my gosh, you just reminded me of a situation that I dealt with like years ago with some troll.
Do tell.
There's a
Do
few
tell.
of them, but this one was like the craziest thing that I've ever experienced, I think, with some troll on the internet.
We would love to know.
I don't remember what she was commenting, but this lady was saying like the meanest, rudest things in my comment section and was just being outwardly hateful and like kind of threatening. And she was basically like alluding to knowing where I worked and like had a very threatening tone. And I literally just clicked on her profile picture and nothing in her profile was private. Like everything was public. And so not only that, but she like kept posting photos of her grandchildren, like on a public, like her infant grandchildren.
Yeah.
And so I remember saying something along the lines of like, you should probably be careful about the kinds of hateful attention that you gain on the internet, especially when you don't have a private account, because like you're not only drawing attention to you, you're drawing the attention of people who are going to now be like, and I wasn't even trying to like yell at her. I was trying to use it as a teachable moment because I had more faith in people back then. And so I was like teachable moment, and I thought maybe it would like get through to her. And I'm like, you should be more responsible because like when you say hateful things like this on the internet, people are going to look at you, and when you just have so much public information, not only about you, but of your grandchildren, that's not safe. And immediately she started making content about, Rebecca Rogers is threatening my grandchildren, and oh my gosh, and she's trying to come for me, and she's trying to post my address, and I'm like, what? Like she literally had like a photo of a package on her page with her address on it.
Wild behavior.
Like, literally, and I was like,
behavior.
What?
Wildly irresponsible behavior.
That is the kind of like, how are you unable to actually take accountability to the point that you're posting your address online with photos of your grandchildren, talking about how you're watching them. Someone's telling you, hey, you maybe shouldn't do this, and instead of being like, you know what, you're right. Oh my, well, I'm still a victim because I need people to feel sorry for me, and oh my gosh, I'm like, what is wrong with you? What is actually wrong with you? Or another time, but so I posted about this CPS situation, and this lady was like, you're so evil. You must be working with the devil because you're ripping apart families, and these aren't your kids, and it's none of your business, and you're destroying families and ripping them apart, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, what? Like, in what world, if CPS is getting involved, would you not want these kids away from parents who are either predators or unfit or, like, unable to take care of them. Like, this is
Yep.
the hill that you want to die on. I went to her profile.
There
Also,
we go.
public. She's an ICU nurse with babies.
That's wild.
And did I screenshot
Ugh.
those messages and send them to her employer? Because I found her on LinkedIn.
Surprise!
Absolutely.
Surprise.
Oh no, are those the
Surprise,
consequences of my own actions?
It's that's my favorite. I think one of my favorite things is when, especially having a bigger platform, I know when, if I reply or if I like on Threads or like I'm not on Twitter, but like the same thing on like Twitter or whatever, is if you like quote it and retweet it, whatever, and like now that one comment is highlighted, I know now everyone comes to see that one, and you're going to get
Lose. You're
cooked.
going to lose.
Like, baby, you're getting cooked today. And I think that's one of my favorite things is to see that part and then see immediately like post unavailable. Like that post is now gone. And they're like, oh, damn it. And I'm like, if that's the energy you wanted, stand 10 toes on it. Stand 10 toes down and stand behind your evil thing and just be there.
When I would post like real things said in my comment sections, I never blurred out the names. I would blur out the names
Yeah.
of the comments around them,
Yeah.
but I would never blur out the names of the comments from the people, like the hate
Absolutely
comments.
not.
And people always say, "Why would you do that? They're gonna get hate." And I said, well, if they posted a public comment
It's public.
and they wanted to say this with their whole chest,
Yeah.
they're okay.
I worked with somebody once at one of the radio stations I worked at, and she started saying some outlandish stuff, and then she was like coming for me. She became like a internet troll
Oh my
on a
gosh.
post. And then so like knowing her and knowing like some other stuff, we were going back and forth, whatever. And then she said one thing that was like sort of out of pocket. And then like I called her out. She like deleted it, but I had screenshotted it. And then I posted it again to be like, I can't believe like this is who this person was or whatever. And I like scribbled the name out, but it was like 1-2 lines through, and you could read it perfectly clear. And so then everyone who else worked with us and knew like she was like that started texting me, and they were like, this is hilarious that you scribbled it out, but like everyone can see what was posted here. And I was like, she posted it. Like it is on her.
Posted it publicly.
Like I don't know why you're upset that I scribbled it out. Like yes, she deleted it, but she still said that.
Didn't we already learn like what you post on the internet is for forever? Even if you hit delete, it's there.
It's there.
You hold that. If you were gonna like
It's
say it with
there.
your full chest, go
Yep.
on, go ahead. This is gonna take like a pivot, but this like bothers me so much.
What?
This like genuinely irritates the crap out of me.
What?
And it's like I don't even know what the intentions are with it, but like
I'm so intrigued.
I think we've like kind of low key talked about this, like you and me when we were on the bus yesterday.
Probably.
But when
Before we got
people
these
reach
glasses.
out- yeah. When people reach out to me and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I just had to come to you and tell you the weirdest, creepiest thing that I saw people write about you on the
yeah.
internet, and I just wanted you to know, and here's the link." Why are you sending that to me?
Yeah.
Why do you want me to know? I'm not gonna look at it.
No.
I can't do anything about it. Why? First of all, like, I'm not going to look at it. I'm not
No.
going to read. I don't want to know that's out there. That makes me so uncomfortable.
It's
Why
weird.
are you
And,
trying
like-
to shove it in front of my face? I can't do anything about it.
Like
I
there's
can't take it
so
down.
much weird. Like it's not even like I don't even know how to frame it. It's like just so. People like run so far with the weirdest stuff.
Yeah.
Whether it's like they are like obsessed in a good way, or if they're obsessed in a bad way, or if they're like, it gets so like twisted and weird. And I'm like, if you would never say this in person or approach someone and say this in person, if you would never act like this in person, why are you just throwing it on the internet to also, like, it is, especially because the internet, like, maybe back in 95, before Chris Hansen started, like, picking dudes up for being creeps and whatever, Like maybe before then you were like, we can get away with this stuff because the internet is new and nobody gets it and nobody's on here. And then we all now know it's permanent. It's always
Yeah.
here. And like everyone's on it. So like everyone's gonna see it. And now
Yes.
people are quick to be like, oh, got him.
You know what
See ya.
You know what I don't understand the purpose of is like snark pages also.
Oh,
Do you know what snark pages are?
what?
A
I
snark
think I
page is
do.
literally like a subreddit dedicated to just hating somebody.
Oh.
I'm like,
I did not know this
how much,
because
like-
I ignore it.
How much extra time do people have? Like that feels like if you are someone that is like on a snark page
Yeah.
and you are like active on it,
Yeah.
you need a hobby. Like you need
You know-
a different hobby that is more productive to your day. Because that's a weird thing to be obsessed with and
It's
to consume
weird to
your day
hate
with.
that off. Like
It's weird to hate someone random on the internet that you don't
that
know
you
and
don't
you've never
know
met.
at all.
It's
Like, and I can
crazy.
understand if someone's like, oh, I like, say I showed you like somebody's content that I like or whatever, and you'd be like, oh, I can't stand them. That's different.
That's fine. That's
Or
okay.
be like, oh, I hate their like that's different. But when you're like, no, I am going to dedicate my life,
Dedicate my life
my
to
time.
just putting out comments and threads and
In-
whatever about how much I hate this person and how terrible
In my
they are.
limited time on this earth,
That I'm
I'm
not
going
gonna
to
dedicate
burn time
my time to that.
just being miserable about this person that in all likelihood is never going to see or care.
Even if they do, why would you want some? Like, do you know how many people have taken their lives from, or harmed themselves, or tried to harm
Yeah.
themselves from the kind of hate they receive on the internet? For you to, like, not care about that, you're a psychopath. And, like, I'm sure there's gonna be people, well, what if
Yep.
they're a bad person? Okay, you are just as bad of a person now. You
Yeah.
are just as bad of a person. What is wrong with you? If you don't think that's a big deal, I don't care who it's about. I don't care. If you genuinely believe that you are justified in making someone feel that small about themselves because you don't like what they put out on the internet for content,
Yeah.
that's it. That's all. You don't agree with them. You are
Then
just as
fine.
bad of a person.
Yep.
I don't care. You cannot
I
convince
think-
me otherwise.
I think my favorite thing to do to those people though is because I'm in a particular position, and I love when people who do comedy content or who are like comedians in general or whatever, because they are so sharp on the way back. So it's like, all right, like if I, especially me, like if I have extra time and I see something, I'll go, okay,
All right.
we've got an hour.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's chat. And like just because I always come from the space of like, if you say it like, yeah, it hits, like I'll be like, oh, that sucks because I'm a human person. But in large part, I'm just going to be like, all right, well, whatever, I don't care. Now I'm coming from a space of just riling you up. And I know you're somewhere getting fired up knowing that I'm not as pissed as you want me to be. Because when they say it, they want you to be like, they want you to be hurt.
Yeah,
Like they,
and I'm
or
like,
they want
yeah.
you to feel away. They want to like get a dagger. And so when I come back with something like goofy and silly, and they'll be like, oh, you should quit content. You suck. And I'll be like, I do. I don't know why I'm here. This is like, I just wandered. This isn't even my profile. Like, just some nonsense and jokes back and forth. They get so mad, and it like disarms them immediately because they're like, well, what do I do now to this person because they don't care anymore.
Also, this is one of my favorite things to use, and I mostly use it on Facebook. Okay.
Facebook is a nightmare, by the way.
Facebook is so, and I will get people on Facebook. Facebook just has the nastiest commenters sometimes. It has some of the best community. Like the people who support you on Facebook are like ride
It's
or
ride
die.
or die.
I
feel
love
similarly to
my
YouTube, by
Facebooks.
the way.
Yes.
I feel like YouTube is very I'm ride or die with this person, or also like comments that'll be like out of this world, and you're like, what?
I feel like the ones that are like crazy are worse on Facebook.
Yeah, well, yeah,
personally.
Facebook. The bad ones on Facebook are bad.
And I see these Karens and these clowns in the comments that are like, I don't know why this person's videos keeps coming up on my feed because I don't want to see it and I just scroll away. And this is my answer every time. I say the algorithm can't fathom that anyone would be as dumb or childish than to interact with a post that they don't like. They see you comment
It's
or like,
literally
and they're
set
like,
up
you
that
must
way.
like this. And I'm going to keep and the more you comment and the more you sit there, the more you comment, it's playing the video. So it's showing that you're watching the whole thing.
Yep.
It's showing that you're interacting with it. It's
Thanks
gonna
for the
keep showing
engagement.
it to you. And the algorithm can't fathom you would spend that much time
on a thing you
something
hate.
that you don't like. So why don't you just act like the adult you're trying to pretend like you look like and just scroll next time that you don't like
insane.
something?
It's insane, and everybody knows that too. Everybody knows that the whole point, like all these algorithms are to give you. I will literally like watch a video. Like the other day, I like watched one like old like WWF wrestling video, and then the next like 5 videos were all that. I was like, they were like, oh, he likes this. Quick, give him more, more of that. Give him all the WWF stuff we got. Give it to him. Like that's the entire. That's what they're
entire
all
algorithm.
trying to do right now. Is just give you just all of what it is you want to keep you on.
Or they think that they
on
want to
that
keep you
app.
on the app.
Exactly.
They want to keep you on the platform.
So like then when I don't see a thing, I either like if I really am like like you know like those pimple videos.
Yeah, I love them.
Like,
You don't like them?
they're the first one. It's not necessarily the pimple videos, but whenever I see like gross videos like that, and I'm like, no, I like make a point to be like, I do not like this.
Yes.
Keep it away.
Yes.
And like otherwise, I just like swipe past quick,
Right.
and I'm like,
It is what it is. End of story.
I've now told you that I don't like this. Keep it pushing on to the things I like,
Exactly.
rather than being like, you know what, I didn't like this. Here, let me write a 5-paragraph essay on why I did not like this, so this person knows to stop making this, even though I don't follow them and have never seen them
And
before
it's still
in
playing
my
that
life.
video in the background at least 60 times.
Right.
And it's like, oh, you watched this video 60 times.
And then
you
they
must
come
really
back.
like it.
And then like someone else comments, so they come back and they're
they
like,
respond, and then they're responding, and it's playing more and more, and they don't understand.
No.
And I'm like, I usually say, I'm sorry that you're not I'm sorry you're not intelligent enough to understand how this works. Let me explain it to you.
yeah,
I said, so if you don't want to keep funding my lifestyle of making this kind of video, maybe you should just move on with your life, because one of us is making money coming back to this thread
Yeah.
over and over and over, and the other isn't. So that's your choice.
so thank you, baby. Like, I would love for you to stay, but by all means, shuffle
I
off.
love it when I will always give back the same energy that I get in comments.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep.
And I love when people are like, this isn't like you. And I'm like, you've watched me for how long? What about
Yeah.
this isn't me?
Where do we get, what gave you that
I'm the
idea?
most sarcastic person that I know. Like, and I
Yeah.
love to be kind, and I love for people to make people feel good. But I'm also the most sarcastic
Yeah.
person that I know.
Yeah, and like, here's the thing, everybody on the internet. Like, just because a person's, first of all, like, the internet in general is not necessarily a perfect representation of who that person is.
Yes, correct.
Because lots of people, like, there are lifestyle people who, like, you get a lot of, like, genuine, real stuff. And then there's a lot of people that you don't, or whatever. And
Yeah.
so, like, there's like, a persona that they put on the internet. And you don't actually know them as a person, but they are, like, a person that is going to clap back if you come at them. And like you assume that everybody's just gonna like take a beating and be fine. Or
No.
if someone's like nice, that there's not gonna be a point where they're like and snap. It's like when you see someone who's like really, 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 really sweet, but they're a mom, and then someone messes with their kid, and all of a sudden you
Nope.
and you're like, oh my god, I didn't know that was like within you, and be like, yes, I am a mother, and this is my child, and I will now kill you.
Do you
Like
watch Love
not
Island?
Love. No.
You should-
I
I'm
feel
a
like that
mom.
was a trap. You
I'm
wanted
a
to catch
mom.
me and be like,
No,
What?
no, it's this girl, like, she, like, tells people that she's a mom, like, really weirdly. Like, she could very
Oh.
simply just say, like, I have a daughter, but instead she's, I'm a mommy.
oh,
Everyone's like,
why?
And, like, everything is like, did you know I'm a mom? And it's like,
that's
girl.
wild behavior.
that's what's all over the internet right now, so that's what I'm, like, thinking about.
That's fair.
And by the time
That's
this
not
airs,
my-
that probably won't even be a thing
Those are the
anymore,
ones I
but-
swipe by. I'm like, you know what? Give me less of that. Thank you. But
Oh.
it is crazy because everyone just has like a persona on there, and you assume, like, too many people assume, like,
See,
they could just get away with it, and they're not gonna get anything back, or or they're hoping they get something back and they can like catch you out of pocket.
Or like what's so weird is I honestly didn't know for the longest time that people did personas. Because like it never dawned on me. Because like again, my content was just supposed to be like an inside joke with my students. So I was just like being dumb. So I never even thought it never even crossed my mind. And then I learned the hard way when there were people that I thought were like, I thought this was their personality, and I was like, I want to be their friend, and they weren't great. They weren't wonderful.
So that's like, and this is not like a whatever. I like for the longest time in the like influencer space, like never came out, never went to events, never did any of this stuff because I was like, these people are all like they're fake. Like none of this is real. Like we're all just faking it, whatever. And I came out and then like there's some people that are like truly genuine. What you see is what you get. And like, or they're better, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there are people that I'm like, oh, they're so cool. And then you meet them and they're like,
oh no.
And I was like, you're the one I thought everyone was. Like, you're what I was.
you're
what I wanted to get away from. Because there are people, like, I went to one event, and this is the one pet peeve I have, and it's like, it drives me nuts, is if I come up to you and I'm out somewhere and I'm like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. And they're also like an influencer, and I'm like, what's your name? And they're like, knock knees 35. I'm like, no. Like, I don't.
I want to know
I'm
what
not
like
asking
your human
username.
name is.
I want to know who do your friends call you? Like, how do people address you in regular life? And then after that, I'll go like, okay, what content do you make? What do you do? What's your handle? What's your da-da-da-da? Who are you? We are in the real world. I want to know you. Otherwise, I'm leaving. Like, I'm getting out of here.
Are the worst, and I've never told this story before because for a while I was kind of scared.
A little tea.
Yeah, no,
we
like,
love it.
It's about. I don't even.
Ooh.
I don't.
I'm juiced. I am juiced.
I don't want to like give away identifying information because I don't have time to deal with it. You know what I mean? But like,
right.
I remember one of my first VidCons. I was standing in line for one of the parties. Because for those that don't know, like at VidCon you have the convention, and at night the different platforms will put on different parties. It's like, thank you creators for allowing us to sell tickets with your face on them that you don't ever see money for.
Facts.
This is us whining and dining you to say thank you for that. So I was in line, and I remember the line was like around the building to get in.
That's wild.
And we were almost to the front, me and my friends. And I was with some friends, but especially like Francis and JP, who's like a brother duo. They do like very silly. They're some of my favorite human beings on the planet. I call them my internet sons. Yeah. One is like my age, and I'm like, no, you're 12.
No.
You both are 12.
You pipe down.
It's fine. But we were in line, and some very, very large influencer, like I'm million to million to million to million to millions, like. Yeah. Tens of millions of followers comes up and just cuts the line and hangs out with us. And I just remember Francis made a joke about like, oh, he followed us once, but then he unfollowed. He must have seen our content. And like, because they did, Francis JP do self-deprecating.
Yeah.
Like he must have saw it and realized it wasn't good.
This is not for me.
And so like he was trying to make small talk with everyone.
I've never heard anyone say small chat.
Small chat? I might have just misspoke. I don't know.
I've never. I don't know why.
I say things that aren't right. It's
but
fine.
I kind of like small chat better.
I like it.
You know, because that's what it is. It's not. We're not making small talk because we want to keep this brief.
It's
but
brief.
You know, just some small chat.
Yeah. And I remember like I made a little quip, like a little joke, and I was like, hey. You followed my friends and you unfollowed them. Like, what's up with that? Like, I was just trying to be silly. Like, I was just trying to be funny. I wasn't trying to make anything serious. And he goes, oh, my bad, my guys. He goes, hey, why don't we just, like, go ahead. I'll pass my phone around. I want to follow all of you guys. And we were like, oh, okay, cool. Like, maybe we just made a friend. And then it gets to me and he just snatches the phone. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, it's not a big deal. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. And I was like, whatever. It is what it is. It's okay. And so we get into the building, and I go to the restroom. And then Francis and JP, you know, like the joke is they're my sons, I'm their mom. They're like very protective. Like they're very sweet and loyal. And so one of them asks him, like, hey, what was that? That was kind of weird. And he goes, oh, I think she likes me. He goes, it's something that I do. You know, you got to keep the women on their toes. And at the time, I was still married. And so they were like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, she's very nice and she's very friendly. But, like, she's just a nice person. Like, she's married. And he goes, what? She's married? F that bitch. F her. F this. I don't want anything to do with her. No, she's married. I don't need to be around her. This is just a waste of my time. And just storms off. And then, like, literally, I come back from the bathroom and they're, like, white in the face.
Yeah.
Like, they're stunned. And I was like, what happened? And they were like, they told me what had just transpired. And I'm not gonna lie, for a moment, I, like, genuinely was like, are they exaggerating? Like, that's, like, a weird reaction.
That's a wild reaction. That's not a weird,
like,
that's
what?
Absolutely
and we just
bananas
kind of went
reaction.
on with our day and, like, didn't. And, like, this is a content creator who's, like, his whole brand is positivity, right?
As is always the case.
And so, like, we just went about our day, whatever. So the next day, because there was a Starbucks in the hotel, and it was I needed caffeine, as I typically do, and the barista just looked visibly upset.
Oh, no.
And we asked her, we're like, hey, are you good? And she's like, yeah, you know, just some of these content creators aren't that nice. And I was like, oh, my gosh, I'm so sorry. Did someone upset you? Like, what happened? Like, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but, like, I'm concerned. Like, you look very distraught.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, well, this guy came up and just started mocking me for being a barista and was being so rude and mean, like, for no reason. And then she described his content, and I was like, oh my God, it's the same person.
Guess who?
Oh. And then I even apologized. I was like, I'm sorry. I genuinely assumed that you exaggerated because, like, that just seemed like a wild reaction from a grown man.
Yeah.
But, like, it's and then, like, after a couple other, there were still a few more throughout the week that people were like, this was a really weird, like, I thought this was supposed to be a good guy, and this is, like, very strange. And I don't even think he makes content anymore because he got in trouble for some things. As
is always the case.
There are absolutely content creators who always work on positivity and blah, 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 blah. And then in real life, it's like, oh, you're not a good person.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And it's like, the more and the longer you do content, like, you realize the world is pretty small.
Yeah.
The content world is very small. And, like, we all kind of know each other or of each other in some kind of sense. And it becomes very clear very quickly of who is, like, a real
who's who and what's what. Yeah.
And who is like that. And the two groups don't really mesh.
Yeah. Agreed. But, like, I don't know. It's just...
And I hate those people in the content world as much as I hate the internet trolls. To me, they are an internet troll because they're trolling everyone, and the world doesn't even know it.
And they, like, it's like they're not an internet troll. They're a real world troll. They're doing the reverse. They're trolling the reverse version. They're cool on the internet, and then
they're awful.
The worst in person.
Worst human being.
But yeah, I think the long story short of it all is just, like,
don't be a terrible person.
It's like, it's really easy to just, like...
Mind your business.
Keep scrolling.
If you don't like something, just scroll.
And move along.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've had so many people say so many outlandish things to me. And it took a while, like, it does take a while to, like, callous over to it. And now that I have, I'm just like, okay.
It's fine.
Good for you, bud.
It's a part of the job.
Do you have okay. I hope you go tell your family how you really got one over on me today. I really told that BMO. He was floored. He didn't even answer me. He was speechless.
Sometimes if I realize that the trolls who are really saying inappropriate things are, like, very young, I'll screenshot it and find their parents and send it to them.
Oh, that's so deliciously good.
Or if it's a grown man who is, like, just being blatantly misogynistic or sexist, I will send it to their wives or their daughters.
Yep.
And I, like, because people are dumb, and they will just have their public information out there, and I'm like, all right, you want to publicly say this with your whole chest? That's fine. Oh no, are these the consequences for your actions?
It's wild. It's wild. Just stop thinking that you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, no, you
on
can't.
Beyonce's internet, because you can't.
You can't. You're not entitled.
Period,
And
point
that's
blank.
the end of the day. Thanks for hanging out with me so much.
As always.
I love this so much.
In our little meta glasses. Although you don't have yours.
I didn't want it to mess up my makeup. I haven't even taken them out of the box. I'm like scared to.
I immediately did.
I'm gonna do that right now. Okay.
That's
I'm gonna do
fair.
that right now.
That's fair.
Still can't believe they gave them to us. Don't they know that we're just dummies with cameras? Like we don't know what we're doing.
It took me when I started unboxing it and putting it on and trying to like set it up, I immediately went, I should have stayed and let the meta people set this up for me. I definitely should have. You know what? I thought I could do this on my own. I should have waited and let them do it.
Absolutely.
It was terrible. But
we'll go try to set mine up. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, guys. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you all next week. Bye, my lovelies.